This masterclass today is going to be a good time. Get ready. Now, question. Okay, before we get into this training, hopefully you guys saw my reel before. I put some time and energy into condensing this training for you guys. So I give you guys exactly what's needed, tactical, strategic things that you could do to set up this Facebook group funnel. That's what I'm calling this thing. I think a lot of people talk about funnels. You guys have this marketing funnel on ClickFunnels or on, Go High Level and on these different marketing platforms. And then you're paying for all these different softwares. And personally, for me, I just think you're complicating it. I think if you know how to set up what I call the Facebook group funnel, basically you're funneling people into a Facebook group and then understanding how to nurture, how to educate, how to increase your credibility as a coach, and then knowing how to promote your product in a non-spammy way. It's a great way to really grow your coaching business. And what I'm teaching you guys is exactly what I've done myself for the last couple of years. I didn't, if you guys know my story, I built a stutter coaching business through a Facebook group. And just to kind of give some context, we get into this, but to give some context, I didn't know a single person who stuttered. I didn't, but all I knew was I knew Facebook. I knew there were people on Facebook interested in this idea. So how could I funnel them into a community? And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So you guys can grow your coaching business, book more calls, get more coaching clients, and really scale your business. So before I get into this, I want you guys to comment down below, what type of coach are you? If I shook your hand and I said, hey, how's it going? I'm a business coach. What type of coach are you? Or, hey, how's it going? I'm a stuttering coach. What type of coach are you? You guys a fitness coach? You guys a health coach? Are you a transformation coach? Comment down below. I want to hear, man. Very cool. Okay. What type of coach are you? I want to hear. I love it. Cool. I see people comment on the lives. If you're just jumping on right now, I want you guys to comment down below what type of coach you are. Okay. So I'll put down below. Hello, my name is Daniel. And I am a stuttering coach, or I am a business coach, or I am a marketing coach. I want to hear down below. Okay. So if you're ready, take some notes because we got something good for you guys. Cool. Love the comments down below. So let's get into this training. Come on, peeps. So real quick. Now, before I really dive deep in this whole thing, let me see if I can, as a bookmarks, I don't want to show the bookmark tab because it's too much. Okay. So before we get into this, I want to give you guys some things that are some prerequisites. Okay. So this is called the Facebook group funnel, a step-by-step strategy of how we book 24 calls in a week. So you could do it too. Okay. Now, what you need in place before. Okay. I'm probably gonna need some water because my mouth is going to get around here. Okay. First thing you need, number one, you need a marketing message and a niche. Okay. So basically something that you should know, the top of your head is I help audience achieve a result through a method. Okay. So this is called a marketing message. So for example, if I were to go to my speaking business, it's I help people who stutter overcome stuttering through public speaking. Okay. Or for myself right now, I help coaches grow and scale their business through Facebook groups. Okay. That is a marketing message. If I was a health coach, I help busy moms shed an extra 10, 15 pounds very easily through fasting, through the keto method, through XYZ method. Okay. I help realtors double their sales through the hybrid networking method. Okay. That is basically a marketing message. So your niche is who are you talking to? And then the method is basically your step-by-step is basically like, this is how I help, like, for example, okay. Every coach has a solution that they offer to their audience. So for example, my solution before was that I help people overcome stuttering. Okay. My solution now is I help coaches grow and scale their business. That's a solution. Or I help coaches, learn how to enroll clients online. That is a marketing message. Okay. You have to know your marketing message. Okay. And by the way, this is constantly getting tweaked and it's never really going to be perfect. And this is really more for you. So you understand kind of what you do. Okay. And one of the lines that I always like to say is, remember, you're always selling to a younger version of yourself. So don't overthink this. It'll become clear with time. But remember that there's an older version of you that you're selling to. So for example, when I first began, I was selling to the 20-year-old version of Daniel who was struggling with a stutter. Okay. Now I'm talking to you could say the coach who is learning how to start and launch and scale his business, his or her business. And so that is a avatar. So when you're like, I don't know my avatar, I don't know my niche, the best thing you could do is look at your time track and say, I was having a conversation yesterday with a lady and I said, let's look down your time track. What are some things that you've solved in your own life, right? And we're talking about homeschooling. And so the conversation was, well, imagine if you had a coach down your homeschooling journey. Do you think that'd be worth it? Of course. It would save me a lot of the headaches. So for example, you've gone through this path that took you, let's say 5 or 10 years to figure out. Could you show someone within 90 days to 6 months everything you know so they can save all that time? And so you have to understand that is the audience you're talking to. Is this making sense, peeps? Comment down below if this is making sense. Come on, give me some love down below. Yeah, I see you guys. Come on. Show some love in the comment section below. Come say hi. I see all 11 of you. Yeah. Mari Lopez says, I help people with stress management and inner well-being. I love it. Very cool. Okay. Another thing that you need as well is what I call a rough draft of your yellow brick road. Okay. So a rough draft of your yellow brick road is basically what I call a step-by-step process for your client. So for example, I'm going to open up my speaking program membership area. So whenever people would sign up, this is something that I would show them. Okay. So now listen, a lot of you guys are not going to have a membership area. If you guys do, perfect. But this is something that, that everyone needs. So when they show their clients, so for example, if I go back to over here, which is what I call a rough draft of your yellow brick road, this is my yellow brick road. It's a roadmap for your client. So basically, for example, and you don't have to build out, a lot of people get caught up in like, my program isn't done yet, so I can't sell it. It doesn't matter. What you need is an outline. Because when you have the outline, then you can build inside of the outline. You have the skeleton first, you sell the skeleton. And then if people say, yes, here's my credit card, I want the skeleton idea, okay, which is the roadmap, then you go on and fill it up. Does that make sense? So for example, when people are like, hey, so I see you have the speaking program. What's in your speaking program? I would say, cool. Well, the first module, the first chapter, the first step is how to master your mind, right? The fundamentals of how to create a growth mindset and positive life. Module 2, how to master the fear. Module 3, how to master your speaking and influence. Module 4, how to master your presentation, how to master the art of public speaking, how to master the art of socializing. This is basically a yellow brick road for your clients. When I showed this to people, my program wasn't created. Okay. But I basically showed someone the roadmap. Is this making sense, peeps? So everyone needs to have, okay, what's called the yellow brick road for your clients. So for example, if someone's like, okay, cool, Daniel, how does your, let me see if I can open this up. It should be right here. So if you were like, so Daniel, how does your coaching program work? What are the, actually, I'll show you something even better. Okay. This is basically my membership area for my program. Okay. So if you're like, how does your yellow brick road work for your coaching program? Okay. This is, by the way, before we even talk about the Facebook group, you guys have to have these fundamentals in place. So for example, I would say, cool. Well, there's all these different numbers, but this is the general overview, right? So pillar number 1, how to build the master plan, the path to 30K a month. Pillar 2, clarity and foundations, how to master the basics of your business. Pillar 3, how to build an organic audience to attract paying clients, how to master authority in the marketplace. Pillar 4, how to master the messenger. Pillar 5, how to master sales mastery. How to learn onboarding and tech, how to onboard your clients, how to build a great course, building a course at the bottom. Number 8, how to scale the master course. So this is basically a yellow brick road for my clients. And you're not going to have this perfected, but if you don't have this stuff in, when you go out to the marketplace, you're not going to have the confidence that you have. Now, this doesn't have to be perfected, but what I'm saying is I want you to think about, you got to have some type of marketing message and niche, and you got to have some type of rough overview of your yellow brick road. Okay. Now, if you already have paying clients, okay, currently, great. we're going to be building a Facebook group for these people. So for example, if you're like, yeah, I have one-on-one coaching clients, you should roughly have some type of yellow brick road. There should be something, or there should be some type of common themes that you talk about. Okay. And for this to work really well, you want to have some type of high ticket offer. Okay. So initially you can have a beta, which you sell for $300, $500, $700, $1,000. But then as we start to actually, we're trying to build a high ticket offer here, not a course. We're not trying to write a book here. We're trying to build a coaching program that's high ticket. Is this making the sense, people? Give me some love down below if this is making sense. Okay. It's making sense. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, cool. So give me a thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Give me some love. Let me know that this is making sense. Awesome. I see you, Brand. Very cool. Sometimes the comments are always weird over here. Yeah, sure. Anastasia. I like it. Makes sense. Anastasia, Brand, and Mari and Devin. Love it. Okay, cool. Let's keep on going. Okay, peeps. So now we continue to, I'm going to just give you everything. I'm going to give everything away. Okay, I'm going to give everything away. So get ready to take some notes, peeps. Okay, so number one, first thing we got to do, we got to set up the elements of your Facebook group. So if you go to my Facebook group right here, okay, go to my Facebook group. Where is Mr. Facebook group? Boom and boom. Okay, it's the first one. Okay, we want to set up the elements of a Facebook group. Look at that good-looking guy. We call him Devin. Okay, this is a Facebook group. Let's go with another example. This is Jason. Okay. He has his Facebook group, the Profitable Christian Business Owner Community. Okay. This is Kim. Okay. She has her Facebook group. This is, we'll go to Nirmala. Okay. This is her Facebook group. There's elements to it. Let's go to Nick, right? Mastering Copywriting. These are different Facebook groups. So we're talking about the 6 main elements for the Facebook group. So number one thing that you need is a name for the Facebook group. So one thing that I recommend to everybody is you want to have the name of your group. I like to call it the end results your clients are looking for. Okay. So for example, if I was for example, my coaching business is Master Your Coaching Business. That is the end result, or impact, freedom, and charge your worth. That is the end result that I believe that my avatar, my client, my potential people or my clients are striving for. Have more impact, have more freedom, and be able to charge your worth. And the name of the group is Cold Friendly. Okay, Master Your Coaching Business. My other Facebook group, okay, we want to have this Cold Friendly. It's called Speaking with Confidence for high performing professionals and rising leaders. That is the name of the Facebook group. Making sense, peeps? Okay. Next thing, we want to have a cover photo. Okay. So cover photo is ideally you want to have the name of your group. You want to have your name on it and you looking crazy like this. And if you can, I would even put a lead magnet is what I call this thing. Okay. So some type of like free training. Come into the group to view the free training. So a lot of you guys, depending on how you found me, you might have seen me from an ad. You might have been invited to the group, but I use my 8-step training to be like, come check me out and come check out this training. Okay. But I have the name, I have the figures of authority on the cover photo, and I basically have a lead magnet. Okay. By the way, if you guys got questions, comment down below. Next thing, you want to have a description. Okay. So a description is click to read down below. I like to have that. And then basically, welcome to the group. This group is for X, Y, and Z, da, 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 da. Okay. For my speaking business, or for my, let me just open up another tab so I can go back and forth. Okay. If I go back to my other Facebook group, you'll see over here, click to read below. Welcome to the Speaking with Confidence group, where you'll learn how to do X, Y, and Z. In this group, you'll learn from Daniel Francis. This group is for you. If boom, boom, boom. This group is not for you. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Few house rules, da, da, da. Okay. Making sense, peeps? So that is the idea of having the name, the cover photo, and the description. Personally, I would just copy and paste mine, change up the words, and do it. Okay. Next one is a welcome video. Okay. If you're taking notes, next one you want to have is a welcome video. Okay. So a welcome video. Let's see if I can find Mr. Welcome video. I have too many welcome posts over here. So this is my welcome video. Please read. Welcome to the Master Coaching Business. If you're beginning this, or if you're beginning your Facebook group, you want to have some type of video that basically says, hi, my name is the host. This is the intention of the group. This is why I created the group. These are the goals of the group. This is my background. This is the credibility I have of why I'm talking about this. And they can see a video of you. And then you welcome people in. So when I first began, I pinned that to the top. So one of the first things that people would see are the pin things at the top. So I would have that welcome video. Now I have different trainings, but that's the overall idea. Okay. And we get all of our clients, everyone to do this. Okay. Next one is going to be the membership questions. Okay. Membership questions are, if I pull it up over here, let me go back over here. Membership questions are basically, there's three main questions that you want to ask. Okay. So question number one is this. By the way, if I'm going too fast, comment down below, ask your questions, but I'm going to be running through this. So I'm going to give you guys a ton of value. So if I'm overwhelming you, it's fine. You can watch this recording. I'm going to just run through this to kind of give you an overview. So you can be like, whoa, I understand this. If I do all this stuff, I can get to where I want to get to. Okay. So there's three questions you want to have. So think about like this, and I don't want to put anyone on blast, but we have one person in request right now as we speak. We're constantly inviting people in, but there's three questions that we're looking for. Number one, please tell us the email that you signed up with, or please give us an email. So now you're building an email list. Number two, I like to ask, what is the current stage of where you're at? So for example, if I'm talking to a business owner or a coach, I would say, where are you currently at in your journey? Are you at 0 to 5K a month, 10 to 30, 15 to 50, 100 plus? Okay. That is the overall idea. Now, if I am in the speaking business, I would say, where would you rate your speaking abilities at right now? 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 7 to 9, 10 plus, right? And then what I'm also asking is, what do you think is the biggest challenge you face to accomplish the goal? So if people are coming into my Facebook group, I want to ask them, hey, what's the biggest challenge that you face in getting to the goal that you're getting at? So for example, let's give the health example. Where are you currently at on your health journey? I'm a newbie. I've been trying to hit the gym for years, but I haven't figured it out. I'm very consistent, but I'm trying to lose the extra belly fat. I'm in perfect shape, right? That's the current situation. Then what I would ask is, what do you think is the biggest thing holding you back from achieving your ideal body? Okay. So I'm asking their email, asking current situation, and I'm asking, what is the biggest challenge? If they go, I got no challenges, well, there's nothing to really coach them on then. Right. So for me, I'm always I have, for example, in my industry and what I do, helping coaches, I'll hear I have a hard time with marketing. I have a hard time with getting qualified leads. I have a hard time finding clients online. I don't have a blueprint. I don't have a path. I'm overwhelmed with tech, right? There's all these different challenges. That gives me ammo to then understand what people are struggling with so I can build content and then I can have a conversation with them. Is this making sense, peeps? Am I dropping some facts or am I dropping some of the facts? You guys like this so far? Come on. Yeah. Okay. If you guys are liking this, show some love down below. Okay. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to have a script of where we're inviting people. So a good example that I always like to give is, let's go to master your coaching membership area. Okay. So I always like to give the example of Chris. So let me pull up my actual membership area. So growing the group organically. Okay. So giving you guys the keys to the back of it so you can see it. So for example, one thing that I like doing, and I have all different ways to grow your group organically, but one script that I always like to do is you find where your market is at. And then basically when you built the Facebook group, you have the welcome video, you have the description, you have some content, Then what you're going to do is you're going to start inviting people to the group. So for example, because I'm growing a group of coaches, I'm going to find other pockets of coaches. So I knew that Chris was in other coaching communities, or he has coach in his title. And I would say, hey, Chris, I recently created a Facebook group for coaches. We post content on marketing, content creation, sales, everything needed to grow a successful coaching business. Would you be open to join the group? Now, fast forward, Chris ended up becoming a client, right? So he created what's called the Next Level Dad community. But the way Chris became a client in our program was literally through this message. That should blow your mind. I'm getting chills just even saying it. That should blow your mind. Okay. It was literally, and this is like the template that I give my clients. Hey, Naeem, I recently created a group for audience for people who are looking to overcome stuttering, for busy moms trying to lose weight. We post content, we post subjects on 3 things that they want to learn. So I know for coaches, they want to learn about marketing. They want to learn about content creation, sales, and then everything needed to accomplish the goal. Would you be open to join the group? Right? If I was doing this for speaking, it would be like, hey, hey, name, I recently created a group for people, and this is what I would do for people who are looking to overcome their da-da-da-da. We post everything on how to break beliefs, how to learn how to public speak with confidence, and how to learn how to speak well under pressure. Would you be open to join the group? That's the overall idea. And that's exactly how I grew my group. So I'll tell you guys a little secret. You ready? So I would go into other groups like this one over here. So when I first began, because I didn't have any money for advertising, I didn't have, like, now I'm in a different place, but I would find this group over here and I would say, hey, by the way, come check us out. Hey, by the way, come check us out. And I would, and what I would even do is I would even make friends with some of the group admins. Hey, how's it going? Let's do a live training. Right. And what I would do is I would grow my group like that. I'll get into more of this, but I hope this is making sense. So you basically have a Facebook name, you have a cover photo, you have a description, you have a welcome video, you have membership questions, and you have a script to invite others. This is a great way to grow the group for free. Okay. And there's other ways too. You can do a post on your Facebook group, right? One of the cool things, and let me see if I have the link over here. Okay. This is Robin's post. So Robin, she built her Facebook group. She's one of our newest clients. Her Facebook group is called Finding Joy and Purpose in the Second Half of Life. Just to put things into perspective, I don't know when she opened this group up, but she actually joined our program probably like a few weeks back. Okay. She has, her group, cause she began a group early in May, but it didn't really grow. And so she went from like, I think 40, 50 members to there's almost 400 members. And what she did, right, is she made this post right here in her Facebook group initially. I'm pretty sure this is the group. And she made this post and did really well in the Facebook group. By the way, these are crazy numbers, 80 likes within a Facebook group of 365. She took this post and posted in a different Facebook group and it went viral. And then people started joining her Facebook group. Okay. We'll get into different concepts like that. But I want you guys to understand the idea of, it's very simple. Set the Facebook group. We'll show you how to grow it, but have the foundations in place. Any questions on this, ladies and gentlemen? Guys liking this? I see you all. Okay. I see you all. I see you, Kim. Okay. Yeah. I see you, Dion. Yeah. Brand. I love it. Cool. Chanel. Love it. Very cool. Okay. Is this making sense, guys? So now let's keep going. The next thing that we want to do, okay, is once we have people in our Facebook group. So let me just close some of the tabs because some of the tabs can get overwhelming. By the way, if there's any questions, be sure to comment down below. Okay. So now we have the Facebook group. What do we have? We have the name, the cover photo. We have the description. We have the welcome video. We have the membership questions. Okay. Then we have the script to invite others to really grow the group. Then we start growing, because think about it like this, right? This is a funnel, right? Everyone's talking about, you got to build a marketing funnel. This is your marketing funnel. And by the way, just quick update. Okay. Do you know how much it costs to build a Facebook group funnel? $0. It's free. When I see people like trying to build these fancy webinar funnels and all these like complicated, like pretty funnels with all this great copywriting, like, to me, like, simplify it right now. And quite honestly, once you even build the funnel, you got to get people into the funnel. If you build a Facebook group, people are on Facebook. You're funneling them into your world. You guys getting this? Hopefully I'm clicking it for you. Okay. Now you have people in the Facebook group. Now what we want to do is we want to create highly engaging and strategic content. So for example, one thing that you want to do, and by the way, you don't have to post a lot. To me, you want to post anywhere from 2 to 3 great posts per week. Sometimes I post a little bit more, but you want to create 2 to 3 great posts per week. So for example, one thing that I do a weekly webinar like this. Okay. This is where I share my education. Sometimes I overwhelm people. Sometimes I share too much. Sometimes people are like, dude, this is freaking awesome. But what am I doing? I am building trust with my audience. Okay. What am I hoping? That you go, or some people watch, they go, you know what? I like that guy. It was really making sense. I like his energy. I like what they're all about. I see the testimonials. I'm open to work with this individual. Hopefully I click that in your head, because you have to understand, when you do that yourself, what are you doing? You're funneling people into the group, and then you're building trust. You're building credibility. People are saying, okay, you know what? this person may potentially can help me with my situation. Let me see how legit this person is. And so the best way to do it is, that's why I like to do weekly trainings. Get yourself on camera, coach. Like a lot of people, it's so funny. You're coaches, but you only want to coach one-to-one. Okay. You know what you gotta get good at? Coach it on the screen, coach into a group of you, and I don't know how many people are on live right now, right? Sometimes there's going to be 10, sometimes there's going to be more, sometimes there's going to be less, but I'm coaching. And I know that other people are going to be reviewing this later, or they're going to watch the live training. So if you're a coach, you got to get your community and coach for free. And by the way, give it all away for free. I'll explain why down the road, but believe me when I say this, your information is cheap. Okay. Information, we live in a world where we got a lot of information. So if you want to make noise, make sure that even when you're giving away free stuff, free training sessions, free masterclass, make sure it's freaking good. Not like, oh, I don't want to give it all away. Give it all away for free. Because remember this, and I'll just tell you guys this now. People are not paying for information. You know what they're paying for? They're paying for implementation. Remember this. I want you guys to tattoo this on your arm. People don't pay for information. People pay for implementation. I can give you guys this whole blueprint, but I know the biggest piece is making sure that we implement it properly. So when people go and hire you as a coach, why would someone pay me as a coach? Because they're paying you to hold their hand. They're paying you to ensure that we actually get the damn job done, right? When someone's like, well, I'm not going to pay this health coach. Well, listen, I hit the gym. I try to do a diet. I try to drink as much water as I can. I try to do all these different things, but I need someone to hold me accountable. That's why they pay a coach. It's because I know that there's some things that there's blind spots I have that I just can't see. So knowing that, teach, give it all away for free. Give all the exercises away for free. Give all the diet plans for free. Just give and give and give and give and give. And I'm telling you, you give enough, all of a sudden you'll start receiving. Remember this. Before you receive, you must give. So look what I'm doing. I'm giving you everything. And I'm gonna give, and I'm gonna give, and I'm gonna give, and I'm gonna give. And hopefully one day, maybe now, maybe later, maybe never, but I'm gonna keep constantly give. And it's the law of reciprocity. Is this making sense, peeps? Very cool. So coach in front of your free group. Very cool. Next thing, you want to have 1 or 2 stories a week of giving strategy, giving tips to solve a solution. Okay. So if I go into my Facebook group and I look at our content. Yeah, this was so good implementation. I love that. So for example, this was basically a promotion post. Okay. But if I look at this, I did a reality check for coaches, and you guys can read it. This was another post, right? Let's see right here. This is me doing a live training or just a live thing in my car. I'm very big on keeping things simple. We'll talk about testimonials. So this, if you go through it, this is me explaining some things of what to do. So this is a story post. This is a written post. This is me breaking beliefs post. And that's the idea. So you want to have belief shifting posts. You want to have story posts. You want to have inspiration posts, and you want to teach, have technical posts. If you do this, if you do that. Okay. So that's another aspect of content. So you can basically you can keep it really simple. You can have one training a week, one great belief shifting post. Then the final thing is having one testimonial post. So the final piece to having great content in a Facebook group, something like this. Okay. Greg just collected $10,000 this month as a tattoo coach, tattoo business coach. Okay. And basically if you can read it, you can go through it, and then you can see Greg over here with his pretty smile. Okay. You can see over here where he signed up his first client back in end of June, and then he enrolled 2 more clients. And then he enrolled a few $2,500 clients, and then he did 10,000. That is a testimonial post. Now, why would I do that? Why am I doing a live training? Why am I doing some type of written post? And why am I doing a testimonial post? Because all 3 of that is strategic to build credibility, okay? To build that you're a teacher, and to build that, look, you're not the first one to go through this. That's the idea. And then what happens if you guys study my group? I don't have a perfect group, but study it. Study the strategy of what I do. Look at how I create engagement. Look at how I ask questions. Look at how people start commenting down below. there's a strategy towards it. Why am I doing that? Well, the funnel is slowly qualifying people. The funnel is saying, hey, everyone come in. I'm going to give everything away. And I promise, like, for example, if you're watching this, I'm honored that you've taken time out of your day, out of your week, out of your evening, afternoon, whatever it is for you, and are listening to this. So my job is to give and to be able to motivate, inspire you, show you what to do. But there's a whole strategy behind it. If I just did this all day long, but there was nothing else, it wouldn't click as hard. But you add trainings where you teach, you give great content away. You have testimonials that improve your credibility of like, look, this is what we did. You want to go talk to Greg? Go talk to Greg. You have belief shifting posts, you have inspiration posts. And this is a recipe of getting people nurtured. And if you're familiar with the term in business, you're nurturing a lead and you're basically taking a lead from cold and you're warming them up until they're hot and saying, I'm ready to go. Is this making sense, peeps? Come on. You guys liking this? Because I'm getting fired up. Okay. Yeah, I love it. Woo! Okay. If you're fired up, I want you to write fired up down below. Okay. So I see some of the comments. Okay. Loving it. Yes. Thanks, coach. I was advised to post 3-4 times a day. Yeah, Chanel, I wouldn't recommend that. So I'll tell you why I don't recommend 3 or 4 times a day. 3 or 4 times a day can be a little bit overwhelming. And what's happening is you're diluting your content. So it's a little bit too much. I think with time, if you're like posting on different platforms, that's fine. But what happens if you post too much, then they don't see the post before. So to me, I rather have 2 to 4 quality posts than maybe 12 to 15 posts. And quite honestly, that feels very overwhelming. Like now, Chanel, if you have a whole marketing team behind you and social media team behind you, and they're like putting time and energy to create quality posts, sure, that might help. But even then, it's better to have one great post that does well than a bunch of random posts constantly. Cool. Hopefully that makes sense. And Mari says, I built a Facebook group, and because I want to create a space where people could be vulnerable in order to handle their stressors, so I made a group private. Do you think I should make another group? No. Keep it. All your groups, okay? All your groups should be private. So if you see my Facebook group, everything is private. By the way, you don't want to have multiple Facebook groups. You want to have one solid Facebook group. Yeah, I see all the fired up. It's all coming in right now. I love it. Fired up. Noted. Thank you. It was overwhelming. No, I am. If you are a one woman band or man at the moment, then yes, 2 to 4, 2 to 3 posts per week. Don't overwhelm yourself. Okay. Fired up. I love it. Chanel says, what is more important to nurture, a page or a private group? A private group. Okay. A page. Woo! You guys are going to get me started. Yeah, ready to get me? I'm fired up already. You want me to get even more started? Okay. So listen, I have a Facebook page. You know why I use my Facebook page? To run ads. Because you need a Facebook page to run ads. No one cares about your page. Okay. Unless you're like a celebrity or maybe down the road, you know what people care about? They care about themselves. So let me explain. The community is about the group. It isn't about you. All right. So there's a reason why I put a lot of my time and energy into groups, because the group is, I don't want to just be an influencer. I want to be a community builder. I want to build a community, ask your questions, engage with one another. That's how you increase your credibility. So a page, if you're posting on a page, remember, it's like a Facebook wall. It's like an Instagram feed. You're just posting you, but people don't follow pages. They want to follow you. They want to be part of a group of people. Is that making sense? It might be obvious for some, but I feel like I'm all over the place currently. Is it really necessary to have a page in the just answer that? No, have a Facebook group, have a Facebook group, have a Facebook group. When you start running ads, we can start talking about a page. Okay. The reason why I'm asking is because it's so overwhelming at time. I'd like to focus on something that would be more valuable in the end. Look. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, ready for this? Look at what I do. Majority of my content, majority of what I do to build my coaching business. We booked 24 calls last week. You know how? Through a Facebook group. Everything's through a Facebook group, especially if you're a one-person show, you should only be doing a Facebook group. If you got a whole team behind you, we'll talk about Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, podcast, great. But the problem is y'all try and do it all and they all suck. So, and I tell this to all my clients, all my coaches, Facebook group, Facebook group, Facebook group. Well, get master. Listen, there's a reason why I use the term master, okay? Or the term mastery, because I'm all about a master. I want you guys to write this down, ink this on your arm. A master is a master of the basics. A master is a master of the basics. That's what a master is. And so for me, if you're making under $1 million a year, what are you doing going anywhere else? If you're under 50,000 a month, 70,000 a month, 80,000 a month, what are you doing? Everything should be in a Facebook group. You just got to be focused of becoming a master in the Facebook group. Remember, jack of all trades, master. Would you rather be a jack of all trades or would you be a master at something? Remember, I'm gonna just spit these lines, okay? You don't get paid to be good. You get paid to be great. The goods aren't paid. The greats are paid. So be great at something. So if you notice what I do, I get great. I add depth to the Facebook group. I don't just scratch the surface. I add depth to it. Making sense, peeps? Come on. Don't make me fired up. So for you, one woman band, for you, go all in with the Facebook. I think I need to fire my current coach today. I love it. Okay. I love it. See, I want you guys to look at my interaction with Chanel right there. Okay. Look, you want to make your free stuff so good that people start saying, I want to fire my current coach to hire you as a coach. That's what I'm saying. If people aren't saying that, you got to make your free stuff better. Okay. Give it all away. And by the way, look, I've been public speaking for a while. I've been communicating for a while in terms of like teaching. You know how I got good at this? I did a ton of this. I did a ton of lives. I grew up with a stuttering problem. Okay. But if you're like, I'm nervous to do this, I don't know how I'm going to do on live, just trust me, get your butt on live. You'll get better with time. You'll get better with time. Be fired up, be excited. Okay. One of the biggest things with speaking on camera is this. People don't always remember what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. So get excited. And by the way, it's a muscle. Okay. So if you work with me or Devin, you'll understand it's a muscle with speaking. And we push our coaches to get on camera, to get out there more. Because you'll just, again, mastery in depth. That's the whole idea. Okay. Let's keep going, peeps. Is it making sense? Let's keeping on. Okay. Listen, don't make me start dancing because I will start dancing. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. Very cool. So growing the group organically. Let's cut out that. The stuttering group. Okay. Let's cut out that. Let's go to the next one. So the final thing is testimonials. Okay. So one of the things with testimonials, and by the way, so if I look at my stutter clients from back in the day, I got to drink some water because I'm thirsty. Okay. And yes, these are my speaking clients. Okay. It was how Panta went from this to this, or for her, it was how Panta mastered her mind and became the social butterfly she always wanted to be. How Jaden overcame his fear behind speaking with confidence and mastered everything. So how this person did this and went to this. This is what people care about, right? How Nicole became a confident speaker and did this thing. Right? 8 months later, how Dr. Osman did this. So whenever people want to care, listen, I've done too many, I've enrolled hundreds of high ticket clients by now. One of the biggest things I see with everyone is they check you out to make sure you're legit, but then they start looking around. Let me see this testimonial. Let me see how legit this is. Let me see how good that is. And so testimonials increase the credibility. So if you have some type of testimonial, there's 3 different types of testimonials. Okay. If you guys want to write this down. Okay. First is I call this a textimonial. Hi, Dale. I want to say I'm grateful I am before working with you. These are longer and kind of ugly, but it's fine. But it's like, hey, Dan, I just want to let you know that ever since joining your program, I've been able to close $20,000 in deals. This is what's called a textimonial. Then you have what's called a selfie video. Hi, my name is Nat. Hi, my name is Nick. Hi, my name is Yoman. Hi, my name is Sydney. And then you have the third type of testimonial, which is a live interview. How this person did this in this time frame. Okay. So you'll notice in my Facebook group, it's the same idea. How this client went from this to that. I got hiccups. Okay. So if I go over here, right? So this is like Nick, how closed my first $5,000 client. Corinne closed my first $5,500 client. How Jason went from this to this, right? How Donnie did, a $6,000 client within 10 days. How Nicole went from X to Z. That's the whole idea. Okay. So testimonials is how your client went from X to Y or X to Z, increase legitimacy, and have other people saying good things about you. So if you have other people saying, right, in the online space, what's the biggest thing? Trust. How do you trust me? How do you trust your heart and vice versa? How do you get someone to give you their hard-earned money? It's trust. It's trust. That's all it is. So the difference between being in person and online is you got to play more of the game to get them to trust you. They don't trust you. So how do you build trust? Bring in hard-earned money to pay for your program. It's all about trust. And that's why the strategy is you do live trainings because people want to see you speak. You're a coach. You're a coach. Do you know what I'm saying? You literally get paid to speak and break people's beliefs and teach and educate. So get your butt on camera. Next, write stories, personal belief shifting, The final thing is sharing testimonials. You do that, I'm telling you, it's a recipe for success, and do it in one medium, the Facebook group. Okay, peeps, let's keep going. Number 3, okay? Now I got some pictures for you. By the way, you guys are going to like this, okay? You ready? You ready for this? You ready for this? I'm going to post this down below so you guys can review it, okay? This is my special treat to you guys, so you guys can review it after, okay? By the way, you know what? I was going to keep it, but I'm going to give it to you guys at the end of this training. Cool? So you guys can review this training after. It's my gift to you. All right, let's keep going. So we're going to lead magnet ad on Facebook, IG, Meta. Okay, so now, let's review what we've talked about so far. So you have basically your niche, your marketing message, blah, blah, blah. You have a solution. Okay, now we have this Facebook group funnel. So the Facebook group funnel, we have the name, the cover photo, we have all the stuff. It's built now. Now we have content. So we're growing the group and we got content. We got great, sexy, irresistible content in the group. Okay. So we're growing it. It's in the group. You got great content. You're creating engagement. People are coming in. Now we want to grow it even faster. Okay. So, because this is not going to be about sales and closing and knowing how to do this. I just want to tell you about how to grow a group so you can start booking calls. Because for a lot of people, if I can fill your calendar up, you can start making money. I'll say it one more time. If I can fill your calendar up, a lot of you are great over a Zoom or in person or chatting it out. Some of you guys, we clean up the offer. That's fine. But we just got to get calls onto your calendar. Like if I did a full audit of your coaching business, I would ask one question. How many book calls did you have last month? That's it. How many calls you had this month? That's it. If I don't hear a lot, we have a booking call problem. So use the Facebook group. So let's grow it even better. Okay. So some of you guys in this training have come from, I've invited you, but some of you have come from an ad. So what that shows is the funnel is working. You clicked on my ad, you started watching my content, you started seeing other things, and now you showed up on this live. Pretty cool. So now let's talk about growing the group with ads, because look, I'm not going to get into super technical with ads right now, but I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads. Ads work because it's quantifiable. So what that means is if I go, well, if I spend X amount of dollars to get a lead, they come into my group, I book them a call. If we book this many calls, we close this many, and now it's like, great. So if I spend $1,000, it's called ROAS, return on ad spend. If I know that as a coach, you spend $1,000 to fill up your Facebook group, and every $1,000, depending on the amount of leads and blah, 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 let's just say we go to the end of the month, we see you have a 5X return. So you spend $1,000 and you close 2 sales at $2,500. Therefore, that's $5,000. Therefore, you spent $1 and you got $5 back. It's called the 5X return. So what that means, sorry, what does that mean? That means, well, every time I spend $1, I get $5 back. Well, if that means if I spend $100, I should get $500 back. Well, if that means if I spend $1,000, I should get $5,000. If I spend $10,000, I should get $50,000. If I spend $100,000, I should get $500. You guys get the idea? That's the idea behind ads. And like for me in July, we had like a 12 or 13X return. Right. I think June in July, we had an 8 or 9X return. There's a secret sauce to this. You guys get what I'm saying here? All right, let's keep going. So what is a lead magnet? Okay. A lead magnet is basically this. Come join my Facebook group. Okay. To get this training. Okay. And the training is this video right here. Okay. I also have a PDF that I give to people as well, but just to keep things simple right now, I know a lot of people like to complicate it. Like, I got to create this crazy PDF and no, just create a great training and post in your Facebook group. And say, if you want to come view the training, come join the Facebook group. That's the overall idea of the lead magnet. Okay. So you can see my ads look like this. Okay. I have a headline, finally something that works, right? There's multiple different headlines, but it's how do I get clients? Why is it so hard to consistently enroll them, right? And So I'll show you guys a little secret sauce, okay? Facebook ad library right here. We give you guys all the secrets, okay? You guys liking this? Show some love down below if you guys are liking this. Okay, we give you guys all the secrets. So I'm going to pull up my dashboard. Sorry, not my dashboard. I'm going to show you all my ads. Okay. So if you type in add Facebook library and then you type in all, you'll start seeing all the different ads. Sometimes it's slow because that's how Facebook is. Okay. If it takes some time, we'll come back to this, but it'll show all the different types of ads I have. So you can see like this one right here. This is a creative of me and Devin. So good looking. Facebook can be funny. Okay. But when it shows, we'll come back to this. Okay. So you'll see this is what's called the copy. This is the headline. This is the copy. This is the headline. And then people will then click on the ad and they'll come and join the Facebook group. Okay. So for some reason, it ain't working today. So too bad. But you guys can literally type in yourself, Facebook ad library, type in Daniel Francis, and you'll see my ads. Okay. You'll see a ton that looks like this. And now part of an ad is basically you give a free training away, which is a lead magnet, or you give a free PDF away. There's a lead magnet. And there's a secret sauce of knowing how to do that. And then basically you have a few things. You have a creative, which is a picture or video. They're called creatives. Okay. Picture or video. Okay. You have copywriting, which is basically writing a post, which could be a headline, telling a story. And then you have what's called an instant form campaign. Okay. Instant form campaign looks like this. Basically, if you clicked on my ad, it went like this. Now, obviously it's a little more prettier than this, but this is basically on the dashboard. It would be like, watch our exclusive 8-step training with Daniel Francis, how to do X, Y, and Z. And then people give you their name, phone number, and email. Okay. Then what they do is they say, are you okay to submit? And then it's like, wait, you're not done. Click on this to join the group. And that is what I call the instant form. So now you have this Facebook group and now you're funneling even more people into the Facebook group. You guys get the idea? So we probably have anywhere from 10 to 20 people joining per day, sometimes more. That's the idea behind the Facebook group. And now what we're doing is we have the Facebook group, we're growing it organically, and now we're throwing jet fuel on it with some ads. Nick, if Nick is watching this, he was paying like $3, $4 a lead, which is crazy in today's climate. But that's the idea. Now we're just funneling people into the group. And people, you start off with other communities, but then we just start growing it. Okay. Is this making sense, guys? Are you guys fired up? You got to give me something. You got to tell me if things are clicking into heads. I got to know. I got to hear it. Devin is great. How's the thing I need? Okay. So this is where we start to get to the next level and we start running ads to it. We have now the community. And now what we're doing is we're pouring jet fuel to grow the thing even faster. And by the way, we show you how to do both. But you don't run ads off the bat. This is what you do when you first kind of get the ball rolling. But then once you figure out this, you think about it, right? Everything is a big numbers game. Okay. So this is like something to like consider once you kind of make things real and like people are purchasing your thing. When we start to scale, everything's a big numbers game. So for example, I know that for every $1,000 I spend, I make X amount back. Where they come from, what do they see, what do they click on? I don't know. But all I know is if I spend this much money, we get this many leads in the door, right? Like technically, once you start to actually scale your business, you should be able to see every 50 members, we enroll 1. Every 100 members, we enroll 2. Or every 20 members, we enroll 1. You can track it. See, once we start to build you an actual plan, like an actual system of running a business, right? Initially, it's all about, will people really pay me? Yes, they'll pay you. You just got to have your things together. But once it's kind of built, well, I could basically be like, cool. So for July, or let's say for August, I enrolled 3 people. And you go, they all came from my Facebook group. And I would say, great. How many people joined your Facebook group? Well, you would say 100, hypothetically, right? So I would say, let me get this right. So for every 33 members, one signs up. Yeah, I never really thought about it like that. Great. So technically, if you had 200 members, technically we would enroll 6. Never thought about it like that. It's the whole idea. And now business is less emotional and more logic driven, statistics driven. And you're like, look, it's just a big numbers game. Because if I, and by the way, you got to build a track record, right? So for example, if hypothetically, if you did, let's say you did June, July, August, right? And you're like, look, over those months, because you have a pattern, you just have to track it. I had 100 members join each month. And I basically had about 2 to 4 people join each month. Some month it was 2, other month it was 4. Let's give a hypothetical, right? So basically what that means is on average, 3 people join a month, and on average, 100 people join a month. So basically 1 out of 33 join, or one out of 33 ends up signing up for your program. Then we just got to fill it up. So basically, if I want to hit 9, I have to have 300 Facebook members. That's the idea. Now, these are hypothetical numbers. Is this making sense, peeps? Business becomes less emotional and more logical. Is this clicking? Brand says absolutely. Kim gave me the fire emojis, okay? Chanel, I see you. Nick, what's good? Dion, clicking. This is my whole point, people, is when we start to look at your business from a non-emotional level, from a logical level, things start to click and you're like, okay, it's just a matter of time. Let's keep going. You guys liking this? Because I like this. All right, let's keep going. So next thing, the final part is we're just going to talk about booking appointments, okay? The final part is this. If you've been in my Facebook group and you're like, that Daniel guy is always messaging me, I get it. Some of you guys like it. Some of you guys hate me. It is what it is, okay? But there's a method to it. There's a process to it. So every time we have someone join our Facebook group, there's a strategy towards it. And initially, you do it. And to me, this is the cheapest way. I wouldn't say cheapest way. This is the most simplest way without running like complicated Facebook ads and like creating this VSL or webinar. It's very simple. This is what you do initially to like, I wouldn't say initially, but this is a great way to like get to your first $1 million. It's because it's a simple, you have a Facebook group, you grow the Facebook group, you have content in the Facebook group, and then you book calls to your Facebook group. That's it. So for example, every time someone joins our Facebook group, there's 4 main things that we're basically asking. Okay. We call the setting appointments with new or existing members in your group, you or your appointment setter. So for example, I have appointment setters. I have 3 appointment setters right now. But it's all very similar. It's first off, current situation. So if I'm a real estate coach, where are you currently at on your real estate journey? Have you bought a place? Are you searching? Are you in the research phase? Are you in the getting financed? Okay, great. What's your goal? I would like to buy 2 pieces of real estate per year. I don't know. Okay. Or I would like to build a real estate portfolio of $5 million. Great. Why haven't you achieved your goals yet? Or what do you think is holding you back from achieving your goals? Not having a plan, unsure of what type of real estate to buy, right? For health, where you're currently at on your, let's give a coach, for example, where you're currently at on your coaching journey, where you're currently at, how much are you making per month? Great. What is your goal? I want to get to 30,000 a month. Awesome. What do you think's holding you back? A blueprint, a path. It's all the same. It's all the same. And basically what are you doing in the DMs as well? You're coaching, you're giving some feedback, you're talking back and forth, you're building a relationship. And then from there, you have one big question, one simple question. Do you think it would be helpful if we set up a clarity call? What is a clarity call? What does a clarity call entail? Let's connect. I don't know, right? Let me understand your journey, your story. What have you done before? Download on me. Like I jump on some of my calls and I'm just like, download, man. Tell me all the things going well and tell me all the things going wrong. Let's get some clarity on this call. And some people are going to be like, I want more of this. And some people, and the others are going to be like, I like this. I can't do it right now. That's fine. But some people are going to go, I need more of this in my life. Right? And so if you could do that, some people will be like, how much is your thing? What do you offer? And that, my friend, is if you can build that properly, I'm getting just chills talking about this. It will change the rest of your life because now we've simplified this whole thing. You got your Facebook group. You got great content, consistent content. Okay. You got a flow of new Facebook leads coming into the door constantly from other groups or running ads, whatever the case is. And we have this appointment setting machine. And if you get to a place, we booked 24 calls last week. And it just gets better and better and better and better and better and better. Why? Because it's just volume. From person 1 to person 24 is the same conversation, right? A similar framework. It's not the same conversation, but similar framework. But there's a process to it. And then technically, now I look at my numbers. I go, well, technically, if we book 100 calls and then this many people show up, and then based on the people that are qualified, that's all. It's a big numbers game. So I was talking to one of my buddies, and they do 500,000 a month. You know how many calls they book a month? 1,000, 1,000, or like 950, something crazy like that. It's about 30 calls a day, something ridiculous like that. But that's how they get to 500,000 a month. Because it's just a big volume game. You got to have the system, you got to have the framework, and not like, oh, no one's signing up in my Facebook group. Now I'm going to go to TikTok. No. Master this one thing. Get good at this one thing. Because you have a whole system where they come in, they flow, boom, boom, boom. And then, some people are going to be into it, some people are not going to be. Some people are ready, some people are not going to be ready. You don't get mad at people that are not ready, but you build the framework. And now you have these people that are in your Facebook group being nurtured by your content. They keep seeing your content. They keep seeing your updates. I've had some of my clients, they're like little shadows in the back. They're just like, I'm watching. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to like, but I'm watching. And all of a sudden they pounce. They go, I'm ready. What do I do? That's how it works. Because you keep showing up. Is this making sense? Come on, give me something, peeps. You guys liking this? Hopefully, I'm clicking something in your head. I'm clicking something. Clicking. Yes, I see that. So if people give their emails when joining to a group to get a free beer, whatever, where do we find these details? Or am I understanding this incorrectly? Sometimes I can be thick as a brick with these things. Okay, cool. You got it. So let me give you an example. So we're going to show Chanel's answers. So for example, let's see if Chanel answered. We're going to go, oh, Chanel. Okay. So for example, I go to my members. So you asked, where do we find these details, right? So for example, every time someone opts in, let me see if I can find Chanel. Okay. So we can find Chanel right here. There you go, Chanel. Okay. And we can look at, did Chanel answer the questions? Look, yeah, I was sent a link, but here's my email. So I can go and I can find Chanel's answers, right? So that gives me that gives me now this information. Now I can build an email list. Now we track all the emails and we put them into a pretty folder. So everything's kind of like looking better, but that's the idea. Okay. Mari says, it's because Bran, I'm new at this game, so I know nothing. I feel like I'm going to break something and I feel like kids in the calculus class. One step at a time. Okay. One step at a time. Right now, you build a Facebook group. Okay. So I want to leave you off at this. Okay. So last and final point. You might be saying, Daniel, I don't understand. Why are you giving this all away for free? Right. I've had many conversations where people go, oh, Daniel, like, I don't want to give everything away for free. Like, like I have really good stuff, but I don't want to give it all away for free because what would they be paying me for and blah, blah, blah. Right. I want to give you this. Okay. So let me see if I can move my Zoom thing here. Okay. See if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Okay. Remember, people are not paying. I can. I do this. Okay. Remember, people are not paying you as a coach for information. Information is cheap and easily accessible. I was on YouTube and I saw this guy have a 6-hour ad training that basically breaks down how to set up ads. 6 hours, all for free. Had like almost 1 million views. Information is cheap and easily accessible. People pay coaches for implementation. Ensure the job gets done and not some half-assed thing, right? Like, for example, if you're a coach, you should solve an important problem in someone's life that they're like, I haven't figured this out and I know I need help. See, information, you should get all information away for free. People pay for a coach. They pay for your coaching program because they know and they believe, they give you confidence that we're going to get the damn job done. So whenever I talk to coaches, I love this question I get all the time. Do you think I can really do this? And I go 1000%. And maybe you're not going to see this right now, but you got me in your corner now. We're going to make it work now. And I wouldn't say some people, everyone needs that. Everyone needs that. And I love being asked that. Do you think this is going to work for me, Daniel? Yes, 1000%. So for me, I give all my information for free because it's not about the information. People are stuck in their situation because they need help to implement it properly. So I hope you go and implement some of these Facebook group things. I hope you go and build it and you do all these things. But I know that what most people need is they need accountability. They ensure someone's looking over their shoulder, holding their hand down the journey. This is what people want. And that's what they're paying you for as a coach. And people go, well, how would someone pay high ticket for my thing? Well, because you're solving a challenge that they can't do it on their own and they're paying for your time. And you're building a package to say, look, we're going to get you to listen. I tell this to everyone. Okay. By the way, here's a guarantee I tell everyone. Okay. Because I love talking to people's fears. People go, Daniel, I've stuttered for 35 years. How can you guarantee that I'm going to overcome this? And I would say, look, part of my program is if you go through my whole thing, okay, I guarantee, okay, or yes, they ask, how can you guarantee that I'm going to overcome this stutter that I've had for 35 years? I would say, look, I know this. My program is great. Okay, we've put through many people through my program. If you go through every single step of my program and you get to the end of it and you go, my speech is not 10x better, then I'll give you back your money. 1000%. Same thing I tell coaches. I go, look, you go through every single step of my program. I am so confident. You go through every single step and you get to the end of the yellow brick road and it doesn't work, I give you back your money because I'm so confident. As long as you follow the process, it's the same thing for you. See, I know that if I gave someone some random course, it ain't going to get the job done, but I can guarantee we're going to get the job done because I can hold your hand and implement it. And that's what they're paying you as a coach. They're paying to make sure we get the damn job done. And that's the idea. And when you first begin, listen, I didn't charge a program for $5,000, $10,000 or $3,000. I charged it for $300, right? So some of my clients charge it for a couple $100. Just make it real right now. And then with time, as you get more testimony, you can up the rates, but just get someone in the door right now. Okay. And then you'll have the confidence to charge higher ticket. So book calls with people in your Facebook group. Show them the process, right? Show them a simple way of how you will help them implement your step-by-step process for sure. Cool. Now, if you want to learn how to implement the Facebook group funnel, come book a call with me and my team. Okay. It's the same thing. Let us do an audit on you. Either myself or my team will audit your message, your marketing message. Okay. The elements of your coaching program. Okay. The sales process. So basically, when you book a call, how does that look like? Basically, what are you saying? We want to audit. We want to review. We want to review your coaching program to see that you have a good yellow brick road. You have a good sales process where they come in, they book a call, they close, depending on where you're at. Okay. We can review your Facebook group. If you already have one, what is your questions? What does everything look like? And then if you actually have an evergreen coaching system to scale. So like I've built a system that is evergreen. It's not just like I do a cohort every couple of weeks or months. Okay. So if we can work together and we believe it's a good fit, great. We will show you how that looks like. If not, no worries. But have someone review your scenario and see if it's a good fit, either myself or my team, because everyone needs someone looking over the shoulder. Everyone needs. I'll put the link down below. Everyone needs someone to review their scenario, just like you as a coach. When you start booking calls with people, okay, and I'm hoping some of you. You come book a call and we actually do a thorough audit of your situation. Okay. It's the same thing with you. When people start booking calls with you and your team, that's what you're doing. You're reviewing, you're auditing, you're giving them clarity. I don't know how many clarity calls I've been doing recently, but the idea is like, let me see what you have. Let me see the blind spots. That's what a coach is. A course cannot solve that. A course can be very overwhelming. When I talk to a lot of people, they go, I bought a new course. It goes on your virtual shelf. The reason why someone gets a coach is because they go, I'm getting this coach because this is the highest possibility of me achieving the solution that I want for my speaking. I've done speech therapy. I've done all these different things. None of those things worked, but I'm looking for a coach because I know this is the highest chance that I'm going to get accountability, a step-by-step plan, and a guarantee that a blueprint to get you, just like with my business coaching program. We have a step-by-step plan. This is how we're going to build everything up for you. We're going to review. We're going to audit. We're going to see exactly the challenges you have. We're going to see when your content sucks and call you out. We're going to review my client success team. I don't know if most coaching businesses do this. We review your sales calls. We review your messenger conversations. We help you build out your coaching. We help you set up your ads. Some of these coaching programs, I don't know what the heck they even do. So regardless, I hope I've opened your eyes and I've inspired you. Whether you come book a call with me, listen, I would love for you to come book a call with me. If you don't, it is what it is. But this is the way you're going to grow your coaching business. This is how you're going to get to the next level. This is how we're going to grow. This is how we're going to change your situation. I don't know what situation you're in. If it's great, if it's not great, part of life. But what I do know is this whole plan that I just showed you is how I was able to quit my job and go all in with this business. All I do is coaching. I don't do anything else. I think that I live a dream. Are there good days and bad days? 100%. But I do this full time. This is all I do because I mastered this game. Now you're talking to a guy who will never go back to working a job. There's no way in hell. But I'm telling you, once you figure out this system, once you figure out how to get coaching clients online, how to have a great marketing system that books you calls, people are signing up, it will change life forever. And I'm telling you, you got to figure that out. So hopefully I've given you some inspiration and I've showed you exactly to get to where you want to get to. So if there's any questions down below, I want you guys to ask them. Okay. I'll give you guys a few minutes to ask your questions. I just said that to Devin. I feel famous now. I don't want to give it away for free. Thank you. I'll definitely be referring back to this a lot. Okay. This is going to be, I'm going to put my document down below. Okay. So you guys can review it. But if you guys have questions, I'll give you guys a few scenarios or give you guys a few minutes to ask your questions down below. But I want you guys to watch this training again, review it over and over and over again. I have more clarity now than I've ever had with my current coach in a year. Wow. That's a pretty awesome testimonial, if I must say so myself. So I'll give you guys a few more minutes to ask your questions because sometimes it's a lag for me. But if this was helpful, I'm glad. I am honored that you took time out of your night, out of your day with your family, with whoever, and watch this. We're going to keep this training up. I want you guys to watch it. I want you guys to ask questions down below, either myself or Holly, my setter. Some of you guys have met her, or you've met Darren, or you've met Omari. We're a great team. Or you met Devin. We're a great team over here. And so I want you guys to ask more questions, but I'm telling you, where you want to get to is closer than you think. Where you want to get to is, I'm telling you, I meet so many damn amazing coaches. And I could see you're just a few inches off from getting out of your situation, from getting out of wherever you're at, from getting to the place of that you dream about. And I'm telling you, if you implement this properly, yeah, it will change your life forever. So that's why I do what I do, so I can change everyone's life. So appreciate you guys all. Have a wonderful Thursday night. Keep kicking ass, keep being amazing. And we are here as your team to support you as much as we can. Okay. Bye. Take care.